hyped. Let's see the civs first. I want to see the civs. Alright. Let's have a look at the civs. We have Dogao choosing Britons and Yo choosing Celts.
Versus Brits.
Oh, this is a classic matchup.
The ancient struggle between the British and the Celts.
Yep, and Yo not finding his sheep, so this is not a great start for him. He's actually gone in the exact wrong direction for the sheep.
Oh no.
Yeah. Dogao, on the other hand, has already gotten his sheep in, so it's very strategically different for the two civs. We're going to see more early aggression coming out from Dogao unless he chooses to go to Imperial Age with a relatively strong economy early on and just crush Yo in early Imperial Age. The later it gets, the better for Celts.
You know, he'll probably be going up to Imperial Age any minute now.
I'm saying eventually, you know? Stop being so salty.
I don't know. I don't feel like these games generally aren't guided in Imperial Age. I feel with this Desert Arabia and Brits against Celts, we're probably going to see, you know,
early aggression, like I said.
Yeah.
But the point is, it could possibly go to Imperial Age, and if it does, Dogao doesn't want to let it drag out until late Imp, because then he'll be at a severe disadvantage. But preferably, he will, you know, end the game before then, before both players reach Imperial Age if he wants to win. But for Yo, I think he's much more comfortable going to late Imp with the Civ pick that he does have. But pretty bad map.
It's the kind of matchup that really... you can't say one Civ has decisive advantage. Even in the early Imp, for example. It all depends on how they play it. Who's able to make the better plays. But Yo's map is really nice for that
Desert Arabia, yep.
Very safe. His wood is also actually got two really good wood piles close by.
Dogao has a horrendous map. He's got one forest that's not that close to his TC, that's on a hill at the front.
Yeah, it's actually one of the worst maps I've seen in a while for Dogao here.
Yep.
He's gonna have to make the magic happen.
So what do you want to see him do then, to compensate for his terrible map? Maybe see him go forward?
Definitely something along those lines. I would be thinking about forwarding the enemy with a wood
Men-at-Arms,
like this.
maybe?
It's just so terrible. I'm not sure. Men-at-Arms or Men-at-Arms and Archers.
Yep, I'm thinking
we're definitely gonna see either Men-at-Arms or Archers from Dogao.
Oh,
And
wow. Thank you for your input.
Maybe even in that order.
Okay, what about skirmishes?
Perhaps, you know,
I mean,
skirmishers
you saw it
are
done.
always good for a little tussle.
Yeah?
Oh, Deadville for Dogao.
That's gotta hurt. Is he trying to steal another boar? Nope, he's not gonna be early enough, and Yo already has loom, so he's gonna be able to get his second boar in nice and easy. I was thinking for Dogao maybe Men-at-Arms forward, towers and skirmishers, and then transition into archers later on. It's not always easy to go straight into archers when you're going for the forward, especially if you go towers as well.
I'm not sure what we'll see, but I just want him to be going for full feudal of some sort. Because I think really that's what he needs to do with this map. He needs to maybe use the Britons' range. They create units from the archery range quicker, so somehow leverage that into an advantage. Yep.
And it looks like Yo is not drushing, so maybe Men-at-Arms for Yo, or it's just straight into Feudal Age, and I'm not too sure. He's got 2 farms down already, so...
He's seen that wood from Dogao, so a player like Yo, he sees that, and he's gonna also think, if I go for the feudal aggression, I can really get him off this wood easily or do a lot of damage there, just because of how exposed it is. So I think we'll see a long feudal war here.
Yep. And you're trying to push deer in, but getting interrupted by Dogao. Not too happy with that, so he's now chasing Dogao's scout away. Did actually end up winning the scuffle in terms of damage. 18 health left on Dogao's scout, and only 20. More. 24 for Yo.
Man-at-Arms from Yo here.
Yep. So as expected, men-at-arms.
And it looks like men-at-arms forward.
Okay, so tower, men-at-arms, and maybe skirms.
Oh, and this is going to be really funky, because Dogao is still going forward, but he's skipped, it seems like he skipped the men-at-arms.
And it looks like Yo might run into a villager here. I'm looking at his line of sight. Oh, he spotted the vill. He has to have spotted the vill. Really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
He saw it for sure.
Yeah, he saw two, so it wasn't just one, and it was for extended period of time as well.
This is going to end really badly for Dogao. You can kind of see how forwarding against forward and militias isn't going to end well, and he can't do anything with these vills. He needs to either make a fight or just try and run back to his base, and maybe one or two will survive.
He's just going to run back to his base. He's realized that he can't take this fight. Yo's already got the militia out. What is Dogao doing to compensate for this? He doesn't even have his barracks up yet. He wanted to build the barracks forward with his vills. This is really, really bad for Dogao.
Yeah, he actually, what he did as well was he had put villagers on gold, but he wasn't. Like, if you're gonna go forward, I feel if you're not gonna make men-at-arms, it's a mistake to go on gold that early, because he was really lacking the wood. He couldn't afford a barracks now.
But he did get the scout from Yo, so that was a nice pick. The rest not looking so great. Looks like he's going to lose at least one or two vills here to the men-at-arms. Celtic men-at-arms obviously moving a little faster. And losing two. Oh, that's painful. And the forward archer range coming up for Yo. Yeah, 3 vills? Okay.
3 vills behind, I mean.
Oh, okay. 3 vills behind.
Because of the boar vill he lost earlier.
Okay, well, Yo's men-at-arms just sitting in tower fire, not really microing it that well, but he will get away. Taking a bit of damage, double archery range for Dogao back at home now, and Yo starting to make those skirmishes as expected, and dropping a tower forward. That's quite close to the wood line of Dogao. He knows that that's Dogao's weakness right now, that terrible, terrible wood line. And he's just going to focus on it.
If I was in Dogao's spot here, I think I would have sent vills to try and do something here, because really you don't want this tower going up again right on top of the archery ranges. It's going to be a real nuisance. Oh, and also on the gold, men-at-arms broke in here. Could be another vill.
I think, no, he's gonna get away. Yo's not gonna risk it. He doesn't want to lose those men-at-arms. They're still so effective at this point in the game. Yo already having the skirms out as well.
Dogao is just getting outplayed at every step in this game because his army that he's created is pretty much useless against the skirmishers. The economy is a disaster right now. It's no farms yet.
I really feel like it just comes down to the misplay at the start, deciding not to drop the barracks at home and play it more safe, sending the men-at-arms forward. That was his biggest mistake. If he hadn't done that, then could have taken a good fight on the hill, maybe microed.
Just deciding to go for the forward against men-at-arms. Like, he did not scout it, obviously, but in war, Britons against Celts, you should kind of be looking for men-at-arms, so
okay.
I really don't like that choice, Dogao, and it's not worked out well for him.
Looks like Yo is happy with the amount of damage he's done with that single tower, doesn't want to invest too much more into it, and he's just gonna head home now and send his army forward, so doesn't want to continue idling those villagers at the front. Vil difference now 7, so Yo is 7 villagers ahead, and plus the kelp bonus, woodcutting bonus, he's gonna be miles ahead in terms of economy.
He is. He's got a lot of farms out already. His economy, it has not been idling at all at home, so he is in a great position right now.
Yep.
Just has to make sure he doesn't somehow take damage to a mass of archers and skirms.
And looks like he is heading home to defend from that, and also walling off on the left-hand side of the map, as well as the right-hand side behind his woodline, so he should be relatively safe as long as he gets that wall up in time. He does have his... well, don't think he's going to end up intercepting that army from Dogao.
Yeah.
And he had one archer just forcing Dogao off of gold once again, so making the most of one single unit.
Yeah, with a map like Gao's, you can't afford to be put on the defensive. He's putting up a second defensive tower on his terrible wood.
Yeah,
Taking
he
that
needs to.
forward gold again.
And looks like Yo has managed to find the army forward from Dogao, the men-at-arms, Celtic men-at-arms, chasing down the skirmishers so easily, and Dogao just can't fight that.
No, well, he can't really run either, so
Yeah.
probably does need to just try and micro.
Yeah, he only had one archer in the mix, and the skirmishers just don't do enough damage against men-at-arms, especially without fletching, which neither player has at this point in the game. Things just not looking great for Dogao.
Again, Yo went forward, but he really didn't make, a classic big forward army of lots of skirms.
Nice pick there.
For the second game in a row, he's kind of invested more into economy.
Yep.
And this game, he'll definitely go for Castle Age. There's no chance he'll go for upgraded scouts.
Please don't even talk about it. That would be terrible. At least it looks like he doesn't have a stable, so he can't go for it. I don't see him throwing any down, so I think we're safe. And he's almost got enough resources, and now enough for Castle should be clicking up. Does he not have the second building? He should. He's got the blacksmith, and there we go.
Meanwhile, Dogao has 32 food and 50 wood.
Yeah. Weaker economy, and Yo stopped making skirms.
Have more army. Like, he doesn't even have enough army that he can do anything to Yo.
Especially the walls coming up as well. I mean, Dogao invested quite a lot into skirms, and they got picked off. A lot of them got picked off by the men-at-arms. He now does have fletching and getting town watch as well, but Yo's just going to finish walling off really nice and quickly at the front, and then he should be quite safe. Double stable coming up, and he's completely walled.
Even if he wasn't walled, I mean, 7 skirmishers and 2 archers, it was never going to be a problem.
Yep.
So he's going to Castle Age, he's got the 2 stables. This is looking really good for Yo. Another well-played game here.
Just one critical mistake from Dogao, and ends up being an advantage that Yo takes full advantage of. That sounds a little weird, but you know.
As Jigsy would say, you're a wordsmith.
Thank you. Jigsy is, a wordsmith himself.
Shout out to my favorite male Australian caster.
Thank you for being so diplomatic.
Of course.
Alright, well,
Always.
That was a fast GG call. Okay. Well, he was dead.
He was nowhere close, and his map was terrible.
He can't wall off, and he knows that Yo's definitely going for the knights in that position. Looking at the upgrades, Yo didn't even have fletching.
He just really made the wrong opening moves, and there's no way back. Yo had the perfect strategy picked.
Okay, so having a quick look at achievements. 12 units killed to 4 lost for Yo. Largest army in favor of Dogao, 17 to 8. But much stronger economy for Yo, more food, more wood, a little less stone, and more gold collected. In terms of uptimes, it looks like Yo was 30 seconds later than Dogao, but Dogao wasn't even close to clicking up to Castle Age. And Vilhai 39 to 38. That sums up the game pretty much, just a much better economy for Yo. A pretty terrible map for Dogao, but I think the fact that he was so far behind was not the map alone, at least. It was very much his own decision-making that put him in that position, which takes the score to 2-0 in favor of Yo.
Yeah, he definitely had the right idea to be aggressive with that map he had, but unfortunately, the strategy choice didn't work for him.
But against Celts, why would you not expect men-at-arms, or at least militia, coming out?
Yeah, it's a little strange, because Celts generally do go for either, at least a drush.
Yeah,
So
drush
it
is
was a
very
little bit of a
standard.
strange choice.
It's I'm just not too sure what he was thinking. Was he thinking maybe he could have avoided the drush from Yo maybe, or the men-at-arms? But he was going in a straight line as well, so...
Well, only he knows. Maybe we can find out at some point. But we're only a minute away from Game 3 here, and it is... I believe the settings are pick civ, and you're not allowed to choose any of those same civs. So